Janelle, what are you doing?
I am working on fixing a handmade blanket. It's a gorgeous blanket. It's hand crocheted. A friend of mine picked this up at an estate sale. This is the back side, but this is the front side. Look at all this work. It's a ton of work. She picked it up at an estate sale for $40. I mean, that's a steal for a heavy, beautiful blanket. I mean, you'd pay twice that much just in the yarn, not to mention it's handmade. But there's a few problems with it. Well, they're not really big, but over here the stitching started coming out. You can see, so there's a hole there, and she knew that I was handy with crocheting and such. So she asked me to bring it home and see if I can repair it. Now, I obviously don't have the same yarn that they use for this, but we had something very similar, so we're using that as needed. It's a pretty close match. The one thing, if you guys are familiar with crocheting at all, you usually don't snip your ends. Like, you don't make a knot and then snip it right there, particularly like wash and wear items, because eventually the washing, it'll wear that knot, well, it'll break it open, and then it'll unravel. And so what we're seeing here is these knots are all starting to break open. There's really no way to fix that unless you were to take all of the blocks apart, because these were done individually blocked and then sewn together. Take the blocks apart and then recrochet them all together. That would be the only way to permanently fix this. I'm not doing that. She just asked me to fix the few blocks that were a little loose. So I laid this out, and now I'm just going to just work block by block, and any mistakes that I find I will try to re-knot or stitch up with yarn. Yeah, kind of a big project.
So she's watching a movie while she's doing it?
Yes.
To keep her company?
Yes. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I would finish school and then I would camp out in my parents' basement. It was a nice semi-finished basement with the TV and either my knitting, my crocheting, or my sewing machine. And I would spend, on average, 3 to 5 hours a day downstairs doing my projects. So this is like old days, camping out with a movie, working on a project. I'm kind of on a time crunch because it's almost 10:30 at night, so I don't want to spend 3 hours working on this tonight.
Nell and I are sitting on the bedspread, and we said this is our first video all day that we've taken. So, you know, some days you feel like videoing and some days you don't, and just today was a don't day, so we just did video, but I wanted to show her do it. I wanted to show you her doing this, and then I said, why don't we just do a real quick vlog? So you probably get like a few minute vlog today, but that's okay. You don't need long ones every day.
So this morning I woke up, and yesterday's vlog you saw that I was working on the blessing bags and trying to fill them up, and it became apparent that we had only planned for about 60-65 bags, and we ended up with a little over 90. And so I didn't have enough stuff to actually fill these bags, and knowing that it's only 9 days before Christmas, that I really needed to go out today to go shopping. So Art said, I'll stay home with the kids so Lily can get her nap. You can do your running around. So I was out of the house by 9:17. I ran to Boscow's for blessing socks. And then, or the fuzzy socks for the blessing bags. That sounds funny, blessing socks. Then I ran to Target for more hand lotion. And in the meantime, we had some light snow last night in the windshield. Whatchamacallit?
Windshield wiper fluid.
The windshield wiper fluid. Sometimes it seems to have a small leak in it. So once in a while, it runs out. And once you know it, it ran out. So while I was at Target, I purchased a windshield washer fluid. And I took it out to the car, and I actually filled it up myself. I know you guys are probably like, huh? Yes, I actually did it by myself.
She can work on cars if she needs to.
So I got the fluid in the car, and then I hit
2 other places.
Yeah, a couple other places. No, 4 other places.
Hannaford.
Hannaford, Salvation Army.
Oh, that's right. Right, she went to Salvation Army too. Remember a week or so ago in our vlog, I said I went to Salvation Army to drop off all our stuff, and we had several boxes, fairly heavy boxes, in the van, and they had everything coned off with cones so that no one could even get near it. But people were going through the cones and dumping their stuff anyway. I wasn't going to do that. So I told Janelle, if Salvation Army is taking taking stuff today, just drop it off. So sure enough, they were actually taking stuff.
It took me 4 loads,
several heavy
boxes, over to the loading dock. And so I did that, went to Dollar Tree, got more stuff for the blessing bags, and then went to the UPS. We got 5. I think it was 5.
Yeah, 5 cards
Christmas cards.
Oh, I should get those.
Are these all the cards?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5 cards. We had one from Sandersville, Mississippi. Another one from Talent, Oregon. Indianapolis, Indiana. Glencoe, Minnesota. We've heard from them before. And Spring Hill, Florida. So at some point, your tack will go on the map.
It might be a few months, but eventually we'll get caught up.
We got home. It was lunch time to make lunch, so we did lunch, and then it was nap time, and then the little girls were having problems taking a nap today. So it was just like one thing after another, and then before we knew it was dinner time. And I used up the can. That last can of salmon got used tonight, and I know I should have vlogged it, but I made salmon cakes. It was really good. And then we went out and looked at Christmas lights with the kids. That was fun. And
I am working on my band instrument repair videos, and I got 2 put on today, published, I should say. And I am working on a couple more right now. So I have a whole bunch of videos. I did a lot of footage the last several days of band instrument repair videos, and I'm going to try to get those done real soon. So
what we did a lot today was a lot of sitting around and doing
miscellaneous things.
Right, like you guys don't want to see Art editing his band instrument repair videos.
It's boring enough just to watch them after they're edited, but watching someone edit them, wow.
So we just didn't have a whole lot to film, but Art did want to show you guys what I was working on tonight. And next week is going to be the week that we deliver those blessing bags, and the last week before Christmas, so I gotta get cracking on making some baking some goodies for folks at the
the mailman, UPS man, the newspaper man, whoever else,
folks at the emergency squad, things like that. So maybe next week we'll go on a baking.
Oh, that would be fun.
One year I did chocolate-covered pretzels. Do you remember those big, long chocolate-covered rods? I don't know if they liked them. I mean, you never hear.
They probably did.
I guess. They were good, though. We wrapped them. They were chocolate and cranberry and So I don't know what we're going to do, but I think I'm going to get back to this. I would say I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, but it was kind of lackluster.
That's okay. They need one. They need a bad one every now and then so that they can appreciate the good ones. Okay.
All right. So have a wonderful day whenever you're watching this. And we'll see you for our next video. Good night.